Soul Patrol, Jesus 911. Two-man car, Jess Romero, Ruben Nava. Hey, we got a short clip, Ruben. What do we have?
Okay, so I gave a little bit of introduction on the last show on Tuesday, and it was brought to my attention that a Catholic priest in Boyle Heights, Father Brendan Boosie, was seen in a video on his homily explaining the significance of Measure A that's in the upcoming election in LA County. It's going to allow the Board of Supervisors to remove the sheriff, an elected position, to remove the sheriff from office if they get 4/5 of the board to vote against him. As we know that we talked about on the show previously when we had the sheriff on our show, he did a commercial at St. Alfonso's Catholic Church, and he was blasted for that in the media, and the Archbishop Gomez basically made him take it down. So He says we can't be involved in political things, but yet this priest is pushing this. And so I got the letter that the sheriff's wife sent to Archbishop Gomez, his wife Vivian, and she says, as a devoted Catholic, I was shocked and disappointed to see the LA Voice political propaganda promoted to the parishioners during Mass at Dolores Mission on Sunday, October 2nd. Not so long ago, you asked my husband to take down a commercial because the church does not get involved in politics. My husband's video did not mention the Catholic Church or have a priest speaking on his behalf, yet Mass at Dolores Mission did. We respectfully took down our video, although it crushed my heart because that has been my parish since I was a little girl and still is to date. I humbly request, if you are going to allow political propaganda, then please allow my husband to speak on such a sensitive measure, one which I believe is undermining our constitutional rights as citizens. So with that, let's play the clip. This was on Fox
And
News.
Christine, it is a controversy that continues to grow this late hour, and at the center of it is one of the largest voting groups in all of LA County, 4 million Catholics in LA County alone. And right in the very middle of the controversy is a very controversial Sunday sermon that some say went way too far than just preaching to the choir. Listen why.
It's at the heart of our faith to write down, to commit ourselves to the vision we want for our kids, for our families, for our neighborhoods.
Preaching politics and religion, the Sunday sermon now at the center of a growing controversy. Dangerous precedent, you think?
I would say so, definitely, because the bully pulpit in its true form, everyone has and can use it.
But a priest, he says, using that bully pulpit is far more serious. That is the LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva now pushing back against the Sunday message from Father Brendan Boosie at the Dolores Mission Catholic Church in Boyle Heights.
A measure to allow supervision over the county sheriff. As we know, there's been a lot of questions about how the sheriff is using his power, and this measure is just to supervise, to make sure that he's not abusing the power.
Father Boosie not only urging the congregation to vote, but some now claim endorsing the passage of ballot measure A. That's the one at the center of the contentious standoff between the sheriff and the county board of supervisors. If it's passed, it would give the supervisors the power to remove the sheriff, to remove an elected official from office.
I'm Catholic myself, and so it's kind of, is there a different standard if it's something you like versus something you don't like? Or are they answering to someone else who's not a higher authority? Are they answering to political pressures?
The sheriff taking issue after the LA Archdiocese took issue with the sheriff, criticizing the religious theme the sheriff used in this campaign ad earlier this year.
Lord, give me the strength to protect the public from violent crime.
And the church was quick to denounce, oh my God, we do not do that. We're not involved any way with political activity. Yet I heard the audio of the priest saying basically vote for Measure A to hold the sheriff accountable. And that sounds pretty much like politics to me.
And Father Boosie now reacting.
Yeah, good afternoon, Father Brennan.
Telling this Instagram social media influencer during a phone interview he did not use his Sunday sermon to preach a specific political position.
I did not get explicit permission from the Archdiocese, but there was no partisan position taken. I'm not advocating for the removal of the sheriff at all, and I don't think I ever have.
An ally, the father stressing he did not make a political stand in his sermon, and that is very important. Why? Because it's the way the churches are able to maintain their non-tax status, their tax-exempt status, staying out of politics altogether. All of this, though, was part of cards being handed out at that church, other churches yesterday by the nonprofit group LA Voice. It says its goal here was just to get the message out, to make people aware, to get them out in vote in a few weeks because the big election is coming up. Still, though, the argument, the debate goes on tonight. This might be one case where politics and religion collided with each other. For now, we're live here in Pasadena. Back to both of you we go.
Certainly seems like it, Ed. Thank you.
Classic case of double standard hypocrisy. Let me tell you, if Sheriff Villanueva was a hardcore, progressive, leftist, culture of death modernist, boy, oh boy, and if he made statements that aligned with the left, I don't think Archbishop Gomez would have said anything. But the fact that you can see that he's tracking as a patriot, as a conservative, as a person of faith, and that is what they would call, they'd probably call that, I don't know, white guilt or something. And Sheriff Villanueva is not. I think he's Cuban.
He's Puerto Rican.
He's Puerto Rican. Ruben, this is open hypocrisy. This is awful, and I'll tell you why. Because for years, people like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and many others, Clintons, they go to Protestant churches and hold political campaign speeches
100%.
During the sermon. They've been doing this for decades, and the IRS has never come knocking at their door with AR-15s and perp walked them to a police car. Again, it's just when the Democrats are in power, this is the way they abuse their power against people that are conservative, people of faith, and people on the right.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're gonna have to see how this plays out, and I'm hoping the voters see right through this. And he's done a lot of good things for the community and the county of LA, and even he's gone into parts of the city, like Venice, and cleaned up the homeless population, and going on the buses and taking the drug addicts and the homeless off the Metro Link so that the people can feel safe in their community when they're traveling to and from work. So I think that it's the politicians that are bringing the bad light to him. I don't think it's the community. I think they're going to endorse him.
Yeah, no, but the politicians are, again, they're tied in with the media, so they have the power of the media to put out their anti-Villanueva message. And most people never hear from the little guy like you and I, the rank and file citizen who's pro-Villanueva. You know something very interesting about Sheriff Villanueva? When he ran, and I was following his campaign initially, he ran as a liberal, Ruben.
Well, he did. He did.
And so I wasn't sure about him. I was saying, oh man, this guy, another guy who's, got sold out to the left and stuff. Cause I was looking at his website and he had like, La Raza Unida for Villanueva, Mecha for Villanueva. And I mean, all these wacky, socialist, groups, even racist groups.
That endorsed him,
Yeah, AFL-CIO, SEIU. So I said, I don't know about this guy. Who knows? I mean, but I'll tell you one thing. He sure surprised me. And he probably surprised all those people that endorsed him, because they're probably saying, hey, this guy turned out to be something else. Because he did. He morphed into a normal, I'm not even saying a normal sheriff that has, he morphed into the Democrats of the 60s, the John F. Kennedy, Scoop Jackson Democrat.
But just to his credit, he said on our show, he didn't change. He's always been in the middle, a moderate, the left has just moved so far left that they've abandoned him, and so now he looks like he's a Trump supporter, like a conservative, which he's not. But he has traditional values that we all believe in. Most of us in law enforcement have those kind of values. And I'll tell you what, if John F. Kennedy was here today, they'd be blasting him too, because he'd be a conservative, according to the way the woke left is where they're traveling to.
Yeah, John F. Kennedy said, "Do not ask what this country can do for you. Ask what you can do for this country."